Well, good morning, folks, and welcome to Chatting with Charles. This is the episode I've been waiting to do forever. And I am just absolutely thrilled. Bluemawks is here with me. Chris, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, everybody. Good to see you, Charles. Good morning to some of us who are like me. I'm really just trying to wake up also. So
It is that.
everybody's having a great day.
That's the funny thing about a Sunday. It doesn't matter what time it is. Somebody, you're still waking up.
Yeah, right. Hey, my T-shirt's on inside out. There we go.
There you go. That means you're a professional. All right. Well, no, thank you so much for coming on. We've been talking about this like forever, and you got a special gift that came in today. Well, not today, but this week, and some stories to go with that. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. But let's welcome in our friends here. All right. So we got R2, R3 locking nut with the oh no or oh. Welcome in, sir. And we got Steve Reeser with our first ever super chat for $20. Well, thank you very much, sir. And he's saying good morning, everyone. And brother Zach Thong has made his way in, saying hello to you and I. And then he proceeds in the chat and want to say hello to everybody else. We got Herb of Fireside Studios, and he's saying, is it Sunday already? Well, Herb, it is. And you know because we locked Herb. Let's see. Dennis Ellis is here with us. He says, I'll be at practice, and I stopped by to hit the like. Hope everybody has a great day. Appreciate that, Dennis. We got brother Dan Gorman saying, hey, everybody. John DeShane has made his way in. Say, brother Zach, brother Dan. And they're all saying hello to each other in the chat. All the way from Germany, we have Josh Tanberg here with us saying, sup, everybody. We got Marcel LeBlanc saying hello, everyone. Hello, Marcel. We got Puppy Badass saying, hey, Charles, Bluemawks, so happy you're on with Chatting Charles.
Hey, Ed.
And then Ed is saying hello to everybody in the chat. Let's see. We got PC Rich 581 saying, hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. You know, when you sit there, you roll down the chat like this. I always worry I'm going to miss somebody. And we got Dastardly Dave saying, sup all? Well, sup, Dave? You need to get Dave on here. I'm just saying. And we got Paul McNary saying, hello, peoples. I'm listening and not quite awake yet. We were just talking about that a little while ago, Paul, so you're in good company.
There you go.
We got Time Surfing Alien with the coolest logo of all people on the YouTubes saying hello all.
That's very cool.
It is very cool. I used to absolutely love the other one. And when you went to this one, I was like, I don't know, but this one has grown on me. And I think it's even better than the other one now. We got brother Charles Green saying, hey, everybody. And Charles, I promise I'm going to get working on that Telecaster. I promise. Oh, my. And we got brother Ben Coombs who say greetings and salutations.
Hey, man.
Just a bit of a note here tonight on Ben Coombs' channel. He's got Steve Cassidy guitar, but we do have a time change. So he is going to be on at 6 p.m. Eastern rather than 2 p.m. So we just have a change there. He's going to start at 6 p.m. Eastern tonight. So make sure that you check that out. It should be good. I'm not saying Blue. I'm not saying he stole this interview from me, but yeah, he did. And we got Vox Guitar Rocks with "What's Up, Everyone," and Hit Metal Works is awake on the West Coast as well, saying "Cheers to all 75 events." Blue.
And Ken
is a great guy. We got Martin of L&M Guitar Corner saying, hey, everybody, on mobile, can't tag, and we'll be lurking. Well, we appreciate you being in here. We got Stephen Maselli saying, good morning, Charles 75N and Chris. We got brother Eddie Fay saying good morning. And they just keep coming. We got Jimmy Bider with a was up.
Hey, Jimmy.
We got Martian Murray. Neither Martian nor Murray, according to Ben Coombs. but he is a fellow Texan, so he's got that going for him. We got JP Page 2 saying hi, peeps. Well, hello there, Jim. How you doing? Let's see. Mitch Heyman has made his way in, and he says, hello, Charles. Hello, Chris. Well, hello, Mitch.
Hey, Mitch.
Thank you. Let's see. We got D-Mac has made his way in with his Super Overdrive avatar. Welcome in. We got Keith H. Keith is here. Hello, Keith. How you doing? And we got Greasy Monkey Guitars saying hello to everybody. And I think we have made it through the chat. I want to thank Steve Reeser one more time. Really appreciate that, by the way. All right, so Blue.
Good morning, everybody. Hi.
Good morning. You got to wade through the folks with me, and now it's time. You got to answer the question.
I try not to interrupt that because I watch a lot of these shows, and not making you stumble. That's great.
Well, it's a team thing. You said we both welcome everybody in. So
I can see you having to work through it with Seth sometimes. Where have I gone? Yeah,
yeah. That's a different thing. And I will say Seth is a great co-host.
Oh yeah.
And my apologies to him, but I had a really rough work week this week, and I had absolutely nothing left before I left the office. So I was like, I can't.
Oh, I was wondering, what happened to Friday's show? Got it.
And it was. I was lucky not to fall asleep in the car on the way home. Honestly.
Oh yeah, that's dangerous. Really, right?
All right. It is that time. You are now on the hot seat, my friend. So
all good.
How did you start your guitar journey?
So I'll keep that brief before I get to my show and tell. So,
all right.
In the early '90s, of course, my brother played guitar. I mean, my older brother's been playing. I was just telling you actually for over 50 years, and I had some interest in it. I played drums when I was 6 or 7. I played violin when I was about 8 or 9. Played violin for about a year, and then. And then I didn't do any music at all. I was completely into dirt bikes, working at the Honda shop through high school, and just loved motorcycles and then so I don't know where it got from, but somewhere in my early 20s, I got the itch to start playing guitar, and I bought a few guitars. Got my very first guitar, a Lotus Strat, which had the body was made of plywood. Yeah, I should have never stripped the paint off of it. It was a really great surf green, and had a regular Fender headstock, and it had a locking nut on it, which was kind of hokey. And that eventually just went away. And I should have never stripped the paint off of it, because once I stripped the paint off of it, I realized it was a piece of plywood. And then I painted it black, and then I stripped the black back off of it and just left it natural. And then pieces of layers of the plywood started coming out of the side of the body, and there was like holes, like where where your strap lock comes down. You can see through the guitar,
That's awesome.
So that was my first guitar, and ironically, when I started playing again, about 3.5 years ago now, when I started playing again, I gave that away to a friend of mine. Tuned it up, set it up, it was playing great. Kind of wish I'd kept the DiMarzio pickup I put in. It sounded great, but all right, it's got to go. So gave it away. Then I went through probably the same kind of beginner thing everybody does. I had a Park 10-watt amp. I had a crate, like a 15-watt crate. I can't remember the model. They all sounded well. They sound like a 6-inch speaker, maybe an 8. Right. Yeah, they're horrific, right? And I mean, to me, but I'm sure if you mic them, they're probably great. But so I had this
high speaker you can only turn up so loud.
It's it's really, we've all had that fun. Yeah. So if you play, right? So and ironically, it was almost a step up. I had this Sanyo boombox, and I went and I bought a Metal Zone pedal, and I ran my guitar into the Metal Zone pedal into the boombox, which had a 5-band EQ, and it actually worked and sounded decent at a bedroom level, right? So I had the boombox guitar rig going.
I love it.
Yeah. And then I thought I was going to really get adventurous, and really get into it. So those things sold. I bought a PV Triumph, a 60-watt all tube Triumph, which I still have. I bought it new back then. I still have it. A PAG, whatever that means with the tubes, but I still have that. And I ironically, since I started playing again, I had that thing recapped and gone through, and it plays as good as the day I bought it. It's pretty fresh. I bought while that was getting worked on, I bought a Katana Artist 100 watt, 112. And I also picked up a mint PV Classic 212 from a guy. Oh, nice. Perfect condition. And he had it on Craigslist for a while. I got it off of him for $300. And a beautiful amp and a beautiful piece of furniture, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. And I played it for about a month and decided that is just way too loud for what I'm doing. I'm always trying to tone it down. And I turned around and sold it and made a few bucks. And I wish I should have just kept that thing for a coffee table. It was so beautiful to look at. My God. Okay, so that's kind of leading through the amps. And then so I played guitar for a few years then through the PV 60-watt Triumph and parked them all and went just diehard work and got back into motorcycles again, except for instead of dirt bikes, it became crotch rockets.
There you go. All right.
Lucky I survived that. That's a lot of fun, but honestly, very dangerous. I still have a 2001 Gixxer 1000 that's all race ready, but it's my last bike. I need to get rid of it.
Wow.
So if I go start it up, I'm going to want to ride it, and that's probably not a good idea, honestly. So,
my dad was a rider, my brother's a rider, and we all learned to ride as kids. And so there's a Harley dealer just around the corner from me. And
yeah,
every once in a while we'll drive by. My wife says, you want to get that Harley now? And I'm like, no.
It's like, just look at it.
I'm sorry, I made it to my 50s. I'm not going to start riding in my 50s.
Right.
I rode when I was younger, but I never bought my own motorcycle. Right, never had that as my vehicle. I was like, and then when you get married, you got a kid, and it's like, no, it's like if I don't have it by now, it's why start that now?
There you go, Vox. He's just like that.
Yep.
Hey, Mark.
Exactly. Hey, Mark Taft. Welcome in.
Hey, Brian. Yeah, so where was I at? So that bike, last time I rode it was about 7 years ago. It's been parked in my car hauler, under a tarp.
Yeah.
I was 50. I'm 57 now. I'll be 58 in December. So that it just needs to get started up and change the oil and give it to somebody. Hey Q, good morning, bro.
Yeah, and this is my other brother Herb, and he says, come on now, Chuck. Our dad got his motorcycle after we all came along. Yeah, but I think he was trying to get away from us. Our dad was great. Our dad was actually really great, and he got his, I guess, in his 40s or probably in his 40s or late 30s. And
here, I'll introduce it to everybody. Come here. Come here. This is Bella. She's down here crying for food and trying to bug me. Oh, yeah. There you go. Get out of here.
See, now she's going to want to do that all the time.
Yeah. She's very talkative. Yeah, so.
You got to love it. And Arf has made his way in as a Dr. Fabric, an esteemed guest, everyone. Just getting lunch and can't chat back, lurking, listening. Well, we appreciate you, buddy. Okay. So, yeah.
She can burn a hole in the back of your head wanting to get fed. I'm sure you guys have all had pets like that.
Well, everybody says she's a beauty. All right. So, let's go ahead and let me ask you this, because you did the, you were the motorcycle thing first, and then you picked up, decided, okay, I'm going to pick up the guitar, motorcycles again.
Motorcycles again,
right? What gets you back into guitar?
So, I was moving. Actually, I sold the 3-bedroom house, bought a 40-foot RV and a car hauler. And I was moving my gear. I was like, I should play that again. I'm not doing the motorcycle stuff anymore. I can do which was one of the things I loved about the motorcycle. It's the same with the guitar for me. When I play the guitar, all the other stuff I'm doing is just completely out of my mind. I'm not thinking about work. I'm not thinking about what's for dinner. I'm not whatever, right? I totally envelop myself in it, and I get that freedom from it that I really loved on the motorcycles. And so when I picked one up again and started playing it again, I was like, hey, I got this freedom, and I'm not risking my life. So, so that was it. And boy, coming back to playing guitars after almost 30 years, I think I was worse than when I started back then. I mean, I could not play or remember anything. It was completely fresh. And then now it's become a daily hobby where I play at least an hour a day. I get a lot of free time. I'm kind of semi-retired, from construction work. When I get good work, I do it, and when I don't, I got a lot of free time. So it's just sit around and just really enjoy playing.
Well, and I agree with you. I think when I pick up mine and I'm able to play, it's like everything else just does kind of fall away, right? Because you're into what you're doing and you're not thinking about everything else, and you get that break from it.
Yep.
And sometimes it's just a matter of you gotta pick it up. Like I've had like a week where I haven't been able to pick up a guitar.
Yeah.
And so I had a few moments yesterday that I didn't think I was going to have, and I grabbed the Guild, and like 20 minutes went by before I even knew. It's like I worked through it, and I was like,
yeah.
That was all.
Oh, hey, I was supposed to be practicing. I was having too much fun.
Yeah. It's just everything just kind of melted away, and it was just so much more relaxed after that, and went and had a fantastic day. So it's pretty cool.
Actually, Annette doesn't mind if I get on shows or promote me once in a while. After we've had a few drinks, she'll want to jump on a show and joke around. But
did I miss a comment here? Oh,
that was your brother, Ed. But no, she said, go ahead and do it. I'm not quite up yet. I'll just stay off the camera. She doesn't like being on camera unless she's in the mood for it. So it I kind of limit how much time I get on the camera. And besides that, I'm a bit of a nervous wreck when I go to play live. I've only done it a few times, and I'm sure eventually that'll go. I'm going to play as great as I sound when I'm by myself. Someday, yeah.
If folks in the chat don't realize, Blue does have a channel, and he hasn't put anything up on it for a while. But what is there
a year, maybe, huh?
is gold. I'm telling you. I remember when I first found it. I think I've listened to everything on there, and I've been really surprised that you don't do more, because it's very well done.
I should actually, and I should spend some time actually learning some songs, instead of just what I do, which is just nonstop improvising and noodling, finding backing tracks that I like, hang on to one for a week and move on to another. But
I love that. But yeah, if you haven't been over there, go over there and look. He's got some.
Only a couple of videos.
It's only a couple.
You can see me getting a goofy look on my face while I'm playing some Alice in Chains, while Bella's behind me slapping around the water bowl, making me crack up. So yeah,
I love it. But it's honestly on the videos, you seem very relaxed. Really, that's like a lot more polished than I've ever been. So.
I played with your brother a little bit when I got on with him, when I was trying to teach him some guitar for a while, and if I'm relaxed, I'm great. If I get wound up, where's A? I don't know. I just kind of get lost in it. So
Fox Guitar Rock says he doesn't stream because he has a face for radio. So Marcel just subscribed to you over there. Well, thank you, Marcel.
Thanks, Marcel.
And so Josh is saying, Prost Saul, sorry, a little busy trying to give the baby girl a much needed bath. I did manage to take the BMW around Nuremberg,
nice,
last week. Nice.
Dude, that's got to be fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So since the return to guitar about 3.5 years ago, now, once I realized I come across the OU channel, Brian and I've seen those guys progress, and when I first got on the channel, it was like headset suggested. I put a headset on, and I was like, "What is this? What is this amazing thing?" And then I figured out how to hook my katana up to my computer.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and I got it going stereo, and I'm trying to get that Ryan stereo sound, the wet, dry, wet. And I got it working decently. I actually jumped on Ryan's show when I was maybe a year back into playing, and I went from playing. I could play some E and B minor. That was about it. I'm like, I'll just do it. Just jump in. And I had the sound, okay. It was decent, and of course I got fairly nervous, and I started having a few drinks, and my playing went downhill radically fast.
A little liquid courage, right?
Yeah. And then as Herb of Herb Fire Studios knows, last year and a half ago, I was up in Canada for about 4 months. Going through all the paperwork and hanging out with my wife, and at that time she was my fiance, and her kids, and we're traveling all over in Canada, getting her to get to be here legal.
Yeah,
and so at first I brought with me a Boss Pocket GT, and I like Boss products. I've nothing wrong with other stuff. It just happened to be I bought a Pocket GT. And I had that, and I brought one guitar with me, and I had my laptop, and to me it was a good enough for everything I was doing, practicing.
And stereo for 5 years, can't go back to mono.
You can't do it. No, you're spoiled. Yeah. Pocket wet, dry, wet. So then after being up, what was that?
You got the sound you wanted out of it.
Yeah, and it was okay. It was okay, but it really wasn't, up to the quality of, what a big rack rig or anything will do. And I started researching all these multi-effects pedals, because I know the tech's come a long, long way. No, she's a Canadian. Yeah. He's from Winterpeg. Yeah.
These guys here.
So I kept looking around. I was like, how much money am I going to spend? And I mean, I'm up there blowing through dough and just trying to get everything done and paying for everything down here while I'm up there for half a year. And I'm like, okay, limit how much you're going to do. And so after a lot of research and looking around, I bought a Boss GX100, and that was like a year ago, February.
Mm-hmm.
And I got it back to my son-in-law's place now. Got it back to his place and plugged it in, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to be able to do anything. And it took me, a month of just figuring stuff out. But I'll tell you what, within about 15 minutes, I had a wet, dry, wet coming out of that thing, and It was just screaming. I'm like, this is going to work. Yeah, and I've loved it ever since. And that's really just my rig is my my Boss GX100 guitar into that, and that direct to the computer. And I don't even really turn on my amps anymore. I just put on the headset, and I've got a 5-way, whatever stereo 5.1 here on the computer, and I literally, if I want to play guitar without the headset on, it's for what I'm doing. It's right in my face. It's plenty, So yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. You got to find the rig that works for you, right, in your situation.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, should I step on to guitar stories?
Well, yeah.
What do you want?
I had wanted to make a comment about that because with the Boss, there's like so many options on there, and like I'm a simple guy.
I feel like I have 20 amps at my feet,
and I'm like, it just for me, I get option paralysis. I'm like, I get tired of switching through everything, and I was like, okay, I want it to be really simple. And so, I've got a couple amps where I got a Valve Junior where it's just a volume knob. Like, hey,
I am now to the point. I've got about 4 amps that I like, and I have them all set up the way I like. And all I do is just basically turn some of the gain up and down, and depending on what guitar, I don't go into. I did set up all the parameters and stuff like that to make it do all the stuff I want. And then once I had one bass set up, it's kind of like having your pedal board set up, right?
Yeah.
It just goes from one amp to the other, and now that's how I use it. So,
all right. Well, let's do that transition you were talking about. You got a new guitar in this week.
I got a new guitar, and I've got the sad, which I know a bunch of you guys have already seen. I've got the sad guitar story of the week. Took me a while, sold 3 guitars. I started like last November, finally got rid of the 3. And I've been looking at, I wanted to get a Jerry Cantrell Wino, an Epiphone. I've watched a lot of reviews on them, listened to a lot of them. I'm like, hey, that's going to be, that leading up to that. But anyways, finally ordered it about 2 weeks ago. It took a week to arrive. That was Tuesday morning. I was so excited. I'm like, I've been looking forward to this guitar for, over a year. And, right on, Josh. Yeah. So I'm so looking forward to it. And, double boxed in its custom case, foam, from Sweetwater. You'd think the box didn't even have a dent in it.
Right.
I'm like, this is going to be awesome. And I open it up and I look at the guitar and it's looking awesome. I look at the frets, looking at just so beautiful. I'm like, oh, this thing's going to be a blast, right? I'm into it. And I say to my wife, hey, it's kind of dark in the trailer here. So I said, hey, I'll take this outside so you can really see what the color really looks like. Because it almost looks black, right? It's almost like a black custom. So I go walking outside and I slide my hand up the neck and the headstock is freaking snapped. And I just was just like, a couple of cuss words came out of my mouth,
Let's just say Blue woke up a couple people.
Oh man. Man, and then my wife's like kind of consoling me. She's feeling bad for me, and then I start the fake crying, you know, you know, and so I'd only had it like 10 minutes, right? And I realized that the freaking head stop was snapped, and I brought it. I didn't even want to look at it at that point. I'm like, I don't even want to look at it. I got to take a couple pictures of it, send it to Sweetwater. Really awesome with I'll give kudos to Sweetwater. I will buy another guitar from them after what happened, because that happened, and you probably did hear me, Q. and I sent pictures over to my Sweetwater rep, which is usually any contact with them is just like, you know, quit bugging me. But I sent two or three pictures to him, and it wasn't completely off, right? It was just like cracked, it's like severed, you know, a little bit. Mm-hmm. But it was. I ran my hand. I was like, Jesus, what the F is that? Ow, you know. So, Sweetwater. It was like that day. They're like, go back up. We got like 6 more of them. Pick one out. I'm like, okay. Found another one I wanted. And that was Tuesday by noon, and they expedited a new one out to me, and it arrived on Friday morning, early, like 9 o'clock in the morning, nice. Without a broken headstock. And ironically, I mean, I hadn't had one. I set it up and tuned it up. And I'll tell you what, I'll be honest, it's my first. I've had a couple of knockoff Les Pauls that were just crap. Mm-hmm. This thing's golden. I love it. It's a keeper. I already know it. I've been playing the heck out of it since I got it, and I just love it. Pickups are great. The feel's great. Everything works.
So yeah. It's really speaking to you at this point.
Yep. So here is the. We'll get a little light on it. Here it is.
Oh, yeah. I am digging this.
Yeah. Right? Look at that, right? Oh, it's about 8.5 pounds. And, man, it's a rock and roll machine. It's got killer tones. And I'm super happy with it, and it plays great, and boy, it's easy on the eyes, you know. So,
well,
there's that one.
The chat is loving it as well.
Yeah, really beautiful guitar.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is sweet. I think Greasy is drooling a little bit here.
It's a beauty. So, if you haven't tried one, go try one out. If you don't think you like a Les Paul, it's the only. All my other stuff all has, you know, I got Floyd's on everything. So I'm actually blown away how much I like it. Well, I'm like, this thing's great.
And that's an interesting topic, because you're a guy with just about all Floyd's, and you make the transition to a Les Paul, fixed bridge. And you're loving it.
It took me about 5 minutes. I was like, this is fine. No problem. It was easy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought it wasn't going to be. It was totally easy.
And so
the new one is
you're not missing the wiggle stick?
No, not on this. I don't. It's like I'm totally. I still play. I'm playing my other ones too, but no, it's fine. Well, it's got a magical sound of its own. I can dig why people like Les Pauls now. I'm like, okay, I get it. So that the new one is 8 pounds 9 ounces. So that's a weight relieved, solid mahogany core with maple cap front and back, with a. With an ebony fretboard and then whatever stuff. That got real Grover tuners on it, and then one of those plastic tusk nuts on there, and the Epiphone hardware. And man, sounds great. So
morning. Well, and so you just it is speaking to you. You've been picking it up and playing it every day.
Oh, yeah, I'm keeping it. It ain't going back. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, I really like it, man. So I thought I would also just kind of go through some of my other guitars that I have.
Okay.
One that almost got sent to the chopping block, but got rescued by losing 2 other ones. Okay, so I'll just grab them and start bringing them over.
All right, you do that. Wow,
this will be kind of quick here. So this is the one I play pretty much all the time.
Okay. Oh yeah.
This is a Jackson China-made Pro Plus jumbo stainless frets. I've threw some stainless steel stuff in there and changed the tram out from a screw in to a pop in.
All right.
And that's a neck through.
Very nice.
And this is probably my number one guitar. I play this constantly, especially with the stainless frets on here. I've been hammering on it for a year. It's showing basically 0 wear. So this one it stays in 6 months of playing it and finally replaced strings. Right, even the factory strings were fine for a long time. It never went out of tune, and it's just a player, and I don't think I can wear it out. So this one gets all the practice, all the play. It's like on all the time.
That's a nice guitar.
Well, this is probably my cheapest guitar at this point, which other people can make fun of this. This is the MAB Sawtooth. Real Floyd Rose is cheap El Nico 5s.
Yeah.
So I got this on a special. The bolt-on. I got this. They had a special, $250, no tax delivered.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, right. And a true German Floyd, real hardware, Wilkinson tuners. So this thing was just a bargain, and this one went all over Canada with me. It was like, I don't care if it gets broke or not, right?
All right, yeah, it's $200.
So 0 issues. Yeah. The thing is just a tank. And so this one gets played still pretty regularly. Put a drop D on there and did one of those jobs.
Oh, very nice.
So, it stabilizes, but you can still pull up on the bar. So this one plays a little more like something that's got a regular bridge. This one here, I got this from Zim's Guitar. It's a 5150 EVH.
Very nice.
And it's the Rocket Red. It was one of the early ones. And which I like the switch down here because if you're doing any of that tap and stuff. It's got the switch down here, and then I had enough room in the switch,
in the cavity.
Yeah, and I put a Tessie switch in there for a kill
cool.
switch. Put it in there.
Space, yeah.
And this thing's great. It's a player. It's got a few dings in it. It's got a couple little minor cracks, right where the neck goes in, but they're like. So it had some use. It's used.
That's all
that from Zim's.
But that's at this point that's character, right? It shows it's being
Yeah, Zim's had thought somebody had relic the neck. No, it was just filthy. So now it's just got my filth on it now. So yeah, this thing's super comfortable to play. I mean, you got to watch it that it doesn't actually slip out off if you're sitting down, that doesn't slip away from you. It's so slick. I mean, it's just, so whatever you want to call that strap body. So there's that one.
Yeah, you definitely got a nice collection here.
Now this here is, I I tell people if you're looking for a deal, go to Adorama. So I got one, right? Another EVH.
Very nice.
The White Relic. Adorama, just before Christmas last year. Somebody posted it on YouTube. And I sent over, I was trying to tell Ben, not that he's into these or whatever, because just tell people. They had these, they had them brand new, $6.99. So, I mean, for what it is, I mean, right, whatever. I mean, whether you get one for $1,100 or whatever, but, and again, awesome player. It's very similar to the 5150. Okay. The neck is just really, really nice. Yeah. So another great, of course, anybody who's ever played one of these, they make a lot of them. So, but and I got a white one, which I'm like, I like white guitars. So clearly I got 3 of them now. So there's that. All right. Another one coming. So this is one of my guitars. This is a guitar that I bought. I think I bought this in '96.
Okay.
So this is a Jackson Kelly Standard Pro, made in Japan.
Very nice.
Got one little ding created by me.
Yeah, well, you have to have one on those. It's
one little ding. This thing's a chunk of weight, man. I'm gonna guess. I have never weighed it. I should. I'm gonna guess this thing was. I'm gonna guess it's close to 9 pounds. And this thing's got, which if anybody's played any of those older Jacksons from the '90s from Japan, man, the neck is fantastic. I mean, it's a shredder's neck. I mean, that thing is like
thin.
My new ones are similar too, but yeah. So there's my Kelly with the Jackson Floyd on it, and I've kept this thing in pretty good shape. I mean, it's very simple though, right? Just a switch and a volume. Yep. That's it. Because at that time I was like, oh yeah, Marty Friedman. I'll be able to play like Marty. I can look like Marty. I can have a guitar like Marty. So, yeah.
We'll see how that works out with the Chris Cantrell.
So, this one here.
Oh, there, Jason. And he loves the Kelly.
I hope you guys are enjoying my showing the guitars.
Oh yeah, this group. I told you we could do the whole hour.
Exactly. What's that tone control for? Just something I screw up. So this here was an eBay. I got it with a Jackson hard case. Brand new.
Very nice.
$600, no tax, delivered. So is this one's still got some of them still got the plastic on them. This one almost got sold. And this thing was going to get sold, and it was going to contribute to getting the wino, and I decided, nope, I'm getting rid of the other cheap Jackson I had, and because this one's a keeper actually, right? I mean, everything on it plays good. It's only got a special on it. It's my only guitar with a special, but this one works. So, so this is a special, and I've had ones with specials before, and some of them are really pretty crummy. Right. This one's okay, and it tuned up and it plays, and these are Jackson active pickups. Whatever, they're fine. I mean, I'm sure I could do some other stuff with it, but it's also right. It's also a next through soloist.
Very nice.
It's got the nice satin stuff on there. So, it's very easy to play and comfortable. And, no rosewood, I'm not sure but the neck, it's almost, you can see how dark it is. It's, I mean, in person, it's the same color you guys are seeing. So it's almost, almost black. Not quite, but and for me, it was just a cool looking guitar. Hey, like, look at that paint job. That's fun. So
yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah. Last one here.
This one we almost forgot about when you're getting stuff ready.
This guitar, yeah, this is. No, actually, that was the Jackson foot. Or no, that one I just showed you. This guitar is a real oddball. This was my second guitar I ever bought. Now, it's a Squire by Fender.
Okay.
In Korea. All mahogany, neck through. Thin body. A Joe Satriani kind of thing going on here.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay, right? EMGs. I think this is called an HM4 or an HM5. And it's about 8 pounds, right? It's a very solid guitar. And I love the paint job on it. It's fantastic. It's actually got it's not solid blue, right? It's got a little different hue to it.
Mm-hmm.
And almost like an S series. And the frets on it were horrendously bad. I bought it new, and the frets were horrible, and the pickups were junk. And I put a Floyd Rhodes Special on it because that was horrible back then. I'm actually going to probably replace this with a better Floyd. I picked up another one. But this guitar, and I put all the electronics just right in there. Batteries under the cover for the EMGs. And then that's an 89, so I got a push pull for that to go single coil. That's an 81 SA. And then so I kind of took on an adventure with this one. The frets were horrible, and I decided I wanted to refret it.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it myself. And these got jazz card jumbo stainless steel. And it took me a couple of weeks. I had to take my time.
I bet.
I had never refretted, and I just took on the project. Cutting those stainless steel frets. I'm 6'6", 240, right? I'm a big dude. Cutting them things. Holy hell, man! Hey, you could watch out. Yeah, don't hurt yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you need to have, if you're doing stainless, you need to have a set of tools just for those.
Oh my God! Yeah, wow! Like heck, what a workout, man! And then when I was filing off the edges on them, I slipped. I about cut this pinky down to the freaking bone. I'm like, what did I get into with this guitar? Gonna kill me. But it turned out fantastic. It took me a couple weeks, in free time after work to get all the stuff and get it done, and some stuff from the regular guitar parts suppliers, but it turned out great. The electronics still got some crusty stuff in here after 30 years of sitting around, but now the neck and everything all stayed in good shape, and now that it's been refretted, I need to fix up the electronics in it again, and that needs to be replaced. This is a Floyd Rose Special that is a piece of crap one. So it does happen. So really, other than a cheap $100 Fender acoustic I've got, that's my collection.
Wow. Well, folks were impressed with your collection. It was more than once in the chat I saw this is a great collection. So definitely. But in that guitar in particular is one that a lot of us haven't seen.
That's a really there's not a lot of them around. You might find one over on Reverb that might be beat to crap or repainted or something, but yeah, that's I've kept it in good shape. I'm lucky it survived. It sat in a storage for a while. The electronics went to crap on it, but I'm shocked that actually the body and neck held up. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start fixing it. So it's on its way. Someday it's gonna start getting played again a lot. So
Well, that kind of leads into another question, because it seems as we went through your collection, you talked about I did this one, this and this, so you really do kind of like to tinker with your stuff.
Oh yeah, I like working on all my stuff. I don't have any problem jumping in. I've been a carpenter, since I was a teenager, and now I just do custom waterproof deck systems. That's what I make good money doing that. But no Kramer, no Ibanez. I know. What's wrong with him?
Like, I don't understand this.
Yeah, I probably need a few of them.
Yeah, Mitch says excellent collection. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I have no problem working on my guitars. There's no part about them that I haven't done any, other than that one plywood one, the repaint. But I don't have any problem with it doing any of that kind of stuff, So, so I do a lot of large urethane jobs. So yeah, wearing a respirator, right?
I get that, because it's the whole idea is, I don't know, when I get into something, I like to get all the way into it. And so, okay, so it's okay, I want to learn to play, but I also want to know how it works. And I want to be able to sit there and monkey around with it as well and know what I'm doing. And so I haven't done
I tried to tell, go ahead. Sorry, that's rude of me.
No, I haven't done a refret yet, but it's on my list.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You think you know your guitar?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know your guitar. You think you do. Do a refret. You will know that guitar like you never thought you could know a guitar. That is not a joke.
Well, and you had to research that, and that's
you will be everything. I know that guitar. You can only imagine. I thought I knew my guitar. No, I didn't.
Well, and then doing it with a set neck is completely different. It's like, you have a bolt on, you can just pull it off and you're just working with the neck, but then you got to work around everything else with a set neck, right? So it's like,
I was telling Quentin he had one guitar, he had a neck. I was telling him, send it to me, man. I'll refret it for you. I like doing it, by the way, so it's not something I do every day, so I just got to take my time, so like Josh, if you're around here, I'd probably take it on, I just got to take my time. I like working on them. So,
and I think that is the thing with anything that you work on. If you take your time, it's going to come out right. If you rush something, then you're just asking for trouble.
Yeah. I did not want to damage it. I'm like, this is a neck through. Exactly, Eddie. Right. I was like, this is a neck through. This is my first decent guitar, and it wasn't that great. And I made it good, and now I made it even better. And that guitar, it's going to be with me forever, I figure. And sometime at some point, I'm going to finish up the few things on it. The rest of this stuff's easy,
right?
Marcel, I did. I pulled them with some StewMac pullers and cutters. I heated them up with an old soldering iron. And I did get two like tiny small chips. I was very cautious doing it. And then I just cleaned out the slots with a razor knife. And I just lightly cleaned the board up because it was pretty straight. And I cut those things by hand. And cutting those things, anybody's going to do stainless. I'm telling you, it's a freaking bitch. And but you can do it. Like, get ready for a workout and don't hurt yourself. It's crazy. But and then I set them. I bought a cheap brass and nylon head thread hammer off eBay or off of maybe it was Amazon for like $8. I set them by hand. And I didn't glue them in. They fit in tight. None of them have come loose. That was over a year ago now.
Wow.
I just I just tapped them in by hand and just took my time. And that was it. I looked at getting a press and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I got you right. Get a cutoff wheel. No kidding, man. I took my time. I had to cut the nibs off to get it in, but I just took my time and set them by hand. And a couple of them needed a couple of extra little whacks. And I can tell you this, it worked out this good. I did not have to crown it. I did not have to just, it turned out so good setting by hand. Those have been nothing but just polished. There was 2 of them that had a couple little high spots. They were so minor. When I was polishing it, I just took a little sandpaper and got them down a little bit. So those things are full height jumbos. They don't have a crown and polish. So if you do it, just get your board nice and straight, cleaned out slots. Take your time. And I maybe somebody say I got lucky. Maybe I did. But
so you didn't have to crown and level them at all.
Nope.
Really?
None. No, did not. Just took my time. And yeah, there you go. Right. Yeah, man, getting the couple that did have some high spots down. That's a workout right there. But right, yeah. No, I just took my time, made sure the board was nice and flat, and everything was clean, and they all went down in really nice. When you're doing it, I was first doing it, I'm like, oh, what am I getting into here? And but like I said, I took some time doing it, and it turned out really good.
Excellent. All right, so we got a few more minutes here. And Hip says stainless is a pain, can be a pain to work with on guitars or otherwise.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's tough, man.
So we do have a few more minutes here, and so where do you want your journey to go from here?
I think what I'm going to do is I keep telling myself I'm going to learn some more songs, which I should do. I'll learn one and forget it 6 months later. I just don't stick with it. But I'm continuing to just expand my ability to improvise, and that's right now. That's my current thing. But at some point, I know compared to a lot of you guys, have been playing for years. I finally realized I'm actually not tone deaf, but I questionable sometimes. But I'm enjoying learning theory and monkeying with my gear, and just for me it's a passing hobby, or not passing, but it's a hobby that I just want to stick with because I just enjoy it so much to relax. I don't want to turn it into work, so however that works out for me, I'm just going to continue to do it and enjoy it. So that's really it. And getting to hang out with everybody in the chats and all the guitar community that I've met. Honestly, what a wonderful community. Everybody's super cool, super cool people.
So Josh is saying, you got a wino now. It's time to learn all the Alice and chains. And
yeah, it's got to happen, man. Yeah, Josh, for sure. Yeah. No excuses now.
Well, that's the thing. You get a guitar like that, and then people expect it, right?
Yeah. Get a Jackson, play everything that Megadeth's ever done.
Why not? So
yeah. So that's it. I just plan to continue to enjoy it in my free time, and like I said, I love that, and hanging out in the channels and BSing with people about gear. And of course, I'm pretty new to a lot of it, and we all kind of grow into stuff we like. It's like, I'm happy to talk with anybody about the stuff I know about. Also happy to say I don't know jack shit about that. So yeah.
And that's the thing. I mean, this is a really a great, wonderful community. And the whole thing about chatting with Charles is really to go ahead and put that face with that name. And
thanks for having me on. Good to meet everybody. If you haven't met me, nice to meet everybody. I know I'm in chats a lot. So
just another way to put a face with a name and get to know that guy you've been chatting with all this time a little bit more. So I really appreciate you coming on.
Thanks, Charles. It's been good fun to show everybody my collection and talk about what my fun hobby is.
Well, and it's actually, and it was just a great a great show. I really enjoyed talking with you.
Thanks.
I know we're gonna have to do a part 2, a part 3, a part 5. It's gonna be there.
It'll be as the blue guitar gets worked on again.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. The blue guitar update.
What's up with that weird guitar you got?
What have you been doing with that?
Yeah.
But just a couple of reminders. Make sure you check out the other shows today. And Ben has got on Steve Cassidy guitar, and he is on a special time tonight where he's at 6 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you check that out. Don't miss the show because you didn't get in early. So just saying. All right, Blue. Why don't you go ahead and hold on? We'll let these folks roll on into the next show there.
Cheers, everybody. Have a good day. I'm sure I'll probably see you later.
That's right. And everybody, thank you for being with us and spending another Sunday with Chat with Charles. Have a great weekend. We'll see you in the chats.
Take care, everybody.
Take care. Oh. And I could be more graceful about getting out of this, but that ain't happening today, Chris.
Oh, hey. Well, hey, let's get.